Oh my god, we gotta run! Holy shit, they're everywhere! Oh god, dude, oh my head!
Okay.
We're ducking into this cave! I found a cave! Quick, let's run! Go, 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 go! What the hell?
How did we see all those monkeys?
Why were there so many monkeys? Why were
we
they
should have
spitting?
expected this. How did we not see this?
They were spitting shit at us and it hurt!
Oh god, how did we even get here?
3 days earlier.
Welcome back to another episode of Extreme. My name is Zach.
My name is Joey.
And this is a podcast where we dig deep on your favorite video games.
That is correct, Zach.
And we're still playing through Yoshi's Island. And we've made it to World 3 on
World 3.
on episode 5. God, we're bad at planning.
It's okay, we'll do like a multi-world episode at one point.
God, don't hold us to that. That's I don't even know we're gonna make it through this one in one episode.
I know.
We're gonna see how this goes.
All right.
But we're in Jungle World, it looks like.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, I don't know, there's a lot of big trees here.
Yeah.
I
probably won't see a lot of monkeys.
I mean, I really hope not, because I fucking hate monkeys.
Yeah,
even though I once was one, like, billions of years ago. But fuck monkeys.
Yeah.
That'll learn them. Those monkeys that listen to our podcast. Got them. Boosh. Anyway, let's talk about World 3-1.
Yeah. Welcome to Monkey World. Damn it!
Fuck! Already off to a bad start. So, thankfully these monkeys are pretty docile. I believe they're called ukikis or some shit.
That makes sense.
It sounds right?
That's what the Mario monkeys are called.
Yeah. So they're mostly docile in that they won't, when they run into you, they don't hurt you. But funnily enough, if you slurp them up and spit them back out, they turn dark brown, as opposed to their original light brown fur, to indicate that they can be hit and killed when you run into them.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like
I don't know if
digest them and then they're just like piece of shit.
I don't know what happens. Does Yoshi's digestive tract like burn away a layer of armor that they had on?
Yeah, it's the bile.
Or just like being in Yoshi is so soul-crushingly gross that you just want to die afterward.
That could be possible. Who knows?
I don't know. We'll never know. Unless one of us gets eaten by a T-Rex, we'll never know.
Yeah.
I mean, knock on wood, that never happens.
Yeah.
Don't make Jurassic Park happen, gang. Seriously, I've seen what happens.
Yeah. Could happen.
Anyway, it is pretty cool that it does change the fur color to indicate a different hit status so that you know, okay, I can actually take this person down. Or, you know, if worse comes to worse, just turn them into an egg. That's what you do with all your enemies anyway.
Yeah.
But moving through the stage itself, we have a lot of this mud terrain.
Yeah.
It acts pretty much like ice in that you warble around on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not, like, you can't do, like, the sharp turns that you normally could. But it's also just grosser.
Yeah.
Because it's mud.
Right? And it's got that little animation that makes
got,
it
like, yeah, it's like the mud kicking up.
Yeah.
It also got, like, the sound effect that's, like, sloshing through mud.
Right.
But, like, not like a little mud. It's like you're fucking wading through a pond of mud.
Yeah.
Like, Paul, can you give it your best attempt at making the sound effect there for the noise of the mud? Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that, I'm sure, was 100% accurate, because I trust you implicitly, Paul. Either way, it's basically just ice physics, so they can gloss it up as much as they want. It's the same thing.
At least it's not ice this time, you know? It's something else.
Oh, give it time. We're definitely...
so fun.
This is a platform game, my dude. There was always one ice level.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, hold your horses.
My horses are held.
We have to. You know what? After this, we're gonna write like a platforming Bible that shows everything that should be in a platforming game.
That'd be
every game implicitly has.
That could be a good YouTube video.
The platforming Bible.
Yeah. Top 10.
Top 10 things you see in every fucking platforming game ever made.
Yeah.
That would be good. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that in a side episode. Either way, this mud is the exact same thing as ice. Do not be fooled. There are these unstable platforms that are in the water that are kind of cool.
Yeah.
You can't
I like
stand
the
on
whole
them
water dynamic.
Yeah, you can only stand on them for like half a second until they drop you off. It's fine, but there's no real danger to it.
Yeah, because you could just go in the water.
Yeah, you don't drown
Right.
in the water, so it's just more like an inconvenience.
Right. That's cool,
like-
though.
It's like, oh no, I'm wet, but wait a minute, I don't drown. Okay, cool. It's like, why? You could just bypass the obstacles there.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know. It seems like they kind of undercut the difficulty by making it so you can swim.
Right. It is
If
a
they-
Yoshi game. Like,
Yeah, but still, I mean,
but yeah,
I guess in Mario games you could swim too, but
that's true. But
Usually
you can sink
in-
also.
that's the thing. You sink, you have to keep swimming.
Yeah.
And there's usually a lot of like enemies in the water to like immediately
Right.
try and take you down. So you want to be out of the water.
Yeah.
Whereas this water is just like, hey, you want to take a bath forever? Doesn't matter. Nobody's here. But they do combine these unstable platforms with monkeys a bit later on to make it a little more difficult. Because eventually the monkeys do start throwing shit at you. Which, good thing we're like all the way over here. Because Jesus, those things look painful. They have
Right.
like small cactus balls and like, where are they getting bombs from?
Yeah, like, are they building them themselves?
I don't know. I don't know. This is very odd. These monkeys are armed with weaponry equal to that of a fucking tank.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
what
like
is
Planet
going?
of the Apes over here.
Yeah, seriously. If they just had like miniature missiles that they were just throwing at everyone, that would have made it a lot more interesting. Just instead of the guns, they just had hand thrown like grenades or something.
Right?
Be like, the dudes have no chance. Anyway, that's all I got for this particular stage. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on here?
For this level? No. Good,
No?
it's a good intro level, I guess, for World 3.
Yeah. So I think we can go on to World 2 then. So we got Jungle Rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we have the spear guys who dance around. And actually, we have two different kinds of spear guys. So we have normal spear guys, which move like Shy Guys, but they have spears pointed up and shields in front of them.
Yeah.
So they can only be taken from behind. Wait,
Don't.
that sounded weird.
Don't.
Wait, I take that back. Don't take people from behind.
Unless they're Shy Guys with pointy sticks.
No, not even Shy Guys. Pointy sticks. Oh no, now it sounds even worse. We're moving on. Let's talk about the tiled blocks.
Alright.
So there are different tile blocks. There's a tiled blue block, which moves horizontally when hit, and tiled pink block, which moves vertically when hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty standard, but it's cool that they add in the additional platforming challenge there.
Yeah, slight increase of challenge.
Yeah, because they combine it later with like open pits that you have to be wary of when you're activating and then jumping onto the platforms, and some of them cross underneath other wall areas where you can't fit, so you have to time your jumps well.
Yeah.
So it actually adds difficulty as the stage goes on.
Right.
Well, it's a pretty well done implementation of conveyance there. And then we actually have another version of the spear guys, dancing spear guys.
Yay.
And they're fantastic. I like these guys. They're just having a grand old time.
Yeah, they're more like tribal.
Yeah, they're dancing to their own tribal music. They got their singing voices on, doing the whoop, 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 whoop.
That was pretty impressive, actually.
Thank you. I didn't know how to even sing quite like them, so I just made beep boop noises.
It was kind of like a bomb.
Yeah. It kind of does sound like a ba-bomb.
Yeah.
It's like if it was like off tempo. Ba-bomb. Somebody's got to like remix this like island jam into a song.
That would be great.
I bet somebody's done that. Maybe we'll find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyway, otherwise the platforming in this stage is pretty much everything we've seen before.
Yeah.
So, okay, maybe we will make this in good time. So, done with 3-2?
We can do this. Yeah, all right.
Cool, let's talk about 3-3 then.
Okay.
How do you even pronounce this?
Neppy
nuts?
Neppy nuts?
Neppy nuts? Neppy nuts.
Like, what does that even mean?
I don't even know. Like, Neppy nuts domain.
Is that some sort of play on words?
I have no idea, honestly. It doesn't sound like anything off the top of the dome, but maybe I'm not using the right intonation.
Yeah. What is it backwards?
Stun.
Nope.
Stun eppin?
Not a thing.
No. I don't know. Either way.
Tunes.
Nepotism's domain. That's
All
right. Neptune's domain. It could be Neptune's. I don't know. So we have this blue lava monster, which is the same as the red lava monster that we encountered a few stages back. Does the exact same thing, but instead of red, it's blue. Just wanted to call it out.
Yeah.
I think we found Nepinuts. Because there's a penguin in overalls with a carrot for a nose.
Is that him?
I think that's Nepinuts.
That makes sense, because he's kind of like the keeper of this place, it seems.
But there's only like one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd expect like if there's going to be a domain of them, there's going to be a lot of them. I guess, I don't know, maybe they're an endangered species now.
Or he just like is the king of this domain.
I am Lord Nepinuts, the king of this forest domain. Get out of here, you rambly children. And your shy guys that look very long. Get them out of here.
Dinosaurs that...
Back in my day, dinosaurs ate people and didn't turn them into eggs. They turned them into poop.
They turned them into poop.
Either way, the Nepinuts seems to have some offspring, though, because small Nepinuts follow them around. Which you can just kind of, like, make your own. You just lick them and they follow you now.
Right.
They're just like, they act like eggs, but they're like boomerang eggs. So they come back to you when you shoot them, but they go in like a boomerang arc.
Super cool to use.
It's an interesting egg design. I wish they had more of the Nepinuts in other stages.
Or like similar kind of things.
Exactly. I like when they expand upon the arsenal that Yoshi has here, because most of the time, you're just using the normal-ass, regular eggs.
Yeah.
But then they somehow have these special eggs, like the big egg, like from the Chonker, or the boomerang egg from the Nepinuts.
Yeah.
I want them to do more of that stuff. Like, find cool new egg usages here.
Right. And, like, things that don't become eggs.
Or things that don't become eggs. Exactly. Or, like, the more different kinds of watermelon.
Yeah, or, like, something that explodes, or, you know.
Yeah, like, why can't you suck up the bomb and you have an exploding egg?
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
Never mind. Maybe in the next game.
Yeah.
Either way, there's a long guy. I don't know what to call him.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Long
like that's
guy.
So random. Was that just like a mistake?
I don't know. They just made a shy guy, but elongated his body.
Just one of them.
Just one. There's one in this stage.
Yeah.
And it just, you step on it, and it shoots pellets. Or it shoots seeds.
Yeah.
Like, jumping on it does not kill it. It just reinflates itself and then shoots more pellets. It's so random. You could just use it to take down enemies that are on the same platform, but then when you suck it up and eat it, it turns into just a normal egg.
Right.
It's just like, it. Okay. I feel like you could have done, like, maybe like an oblong egg.
Yeah, if you're gonna, like, do that, might as well make it some sort of different egg.
Yeah, why not? Have an oblong egg that bounces off at weird angles when you throw it or something.
Yeah.
Because it's oblong. Like, come on, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Either way, again, it's so weird. They have just, like, one of the thing.
Yeah. I wonder if there's, like, some backstory on that.
There's one Neppenuts, and there's one long Shy Guy. It's like they're, like, teasing out ideas, but not fully implementing them.
Yeah.
It's like, this would be cool. What if we tried that? And it's like, I don't know. Maybe we, like, dip our toes in first. It's like, nah, gang, come on. Just commit to it. If you have an idea, just get in there.
Apparently they're called stretches.
They're called stretches?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm on the Super Mario Wiki right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stretches. Come on, gang. We could have thought of a better name than that. I thought of a better name than that.
Yeah.
Come on, long guy.
In German, it's Slim Guy.
Slim guy. There you go. That's good too.
Yeah.
I like Slim Guy. Snap into a Slim Guy. Anyway, I feel like it's a bit of a... I hope they use those elements in other places and kind of expand upon them.
Yeah.
They seem to have a penchant for doing that at random times, you know, considering the arrow platform thing.
Right.
So maybe, who knows? We're only in World 3. There's a bit of world left to go. That's all I really got for this particular stage, though. Actually, no, sorry. Never mind. I turned the page on my notes, and there's so much more to talk about. The submarine transformation. How could I forget that? That's huge.
That was like an awesome part.
That was really cool. So it leads to these new introduction of underwater enemies, like these fishes and the puffer fish that expands when it gets hit instead of goes away.
Yeah, you also get to shoot out torpedoes, which is awesome.
You shoot out the torpedoes, and you have to dodge those Shy Guys that drop the bombs.
Yeah.
Which are fine, which came back, thank God. I didn't want that mechanic to die. It's a very good mechanic.
Yeah.
So it's a good little, like... I don't know quite to call it, like a trial area, because you have to keep moving past all these obstacles, but at the same time, you can't go too slow, because you need to keep refilling your transformation gauge, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
So you stay as a submarine till you get to the end.
Right.
So it's a tough little segment in the middle of the stage here that kind of switches it up from the normal platforming elements.
Yeah.
Which makes it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really switches it up on you.
It's always good to go underwater for a little bit.
Go for a swim! Yay! You can swim with this crab and frog enemy that also end up later on in the stage. The frog's pretty boring. I don't want to talk about the frog. I want to talk about this fucking crab.
Okay.
This fucking crab is crazy, dude. It turns its claw into a giant rotating mallet and just like exorcist-like level spins its claw.
It's scary.
How does it do that?
It also looks kind of puffy, like oh shit!
Huh.
I knew it looked familiar.
What?
It looks like a Furby.
Oh my god! It does kind of look like a Furby. Ugh. It's like a weird wet Furby with eyes that jut out.
Yeah.
I was thinking that it just had like rabies all over its body.
Definitely.
Either that or it's like part cloud. I don't know. This fucking crab is ridiculous. And yeah, there's a frog. I think that's good for 3-3 now. You wanna move on?
Yeah, okay.
Let's take a quick break though, because we're fucking flying through this.
Alright.
Alright, Paul, do your thing. Welcome back.
Hey.
It's time to talk about Prince Froggy's Fort.
All right.
Prince Froggy's Fort.
Cool. It's a cool little fort.
Yeah, I mean, it actually feels like a fort.
Yeah.
So, like, you go into it, and there's a lot of different rooms that you can go into, some of which don't really have anything in them, but it does actually feel like you're in, like, a castle or a fort, as opposed to just, like, a straight line.
Right. There's, like, a moat.
Yeah. It actually allows you to, you know, think for a second, as opposed to just going in the straight line. Granted, It's still fairly linear, but...
Yeah, but it like, kind of makes you feel that there's more dimension to it.
Yeah. But there's a lot of cool elements that they've placed into the stage itself. Like, they combine that fish enemy that spits water with the spinning spikes, which is honestly pretty brilliant. Because if you want to try and jump past the spinning spike, and then you have the fish pushing you back into the spike, it's a recipe for pain. And it's just it's so simple.
Just a little more difficult.
Exactly. It's combining elements that you have experienced before to make them a little more difficult and a little more interesting. So it's a good way to test yourself, especially in a fort where it's supposed to be harder.
Right.
And we talked about how the fact that this is already kind of castle-y. There's an interesting mechanic in one of the rooms that you could go into where you already know that you can knock down buckets with question mark blocks on them to the ground, but if you knock one of them into the water, it turns into a little boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can turn it into a boat.
Which you could use.
Yeah, you can use that to traverse the water, because even though you can swim in the water, you may need to jump a little higher by jumping on dry land as opposed to out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of forces you to try that out. Speaking of forcing players to do what they want, it makes you fight those friggin' crabs.
Yeah, because they're in the way.
They're in the way, and they're in very small corridors, and the game is basically telling you where to shoot to aim it properly.
Where to like, jump.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, aim it up here so it bounces on top of this crab and knocks it out.
Yeah.
But the crab is actually a fairly tough enemy. It takes about, like, 3 eggs to take down.
Yeah.
So it's not a pushover, so you actually have to think about it.
Yeah, you have to aim.
You have to
You
fire.
have to, have eggs on you. You have to, make sure you have enough eggs.
You have to not freak out.
Yeah.
You have to get good.
Yeah, you get good.
And then, you know what? That's all I really got for the stage itself.
Yeah, let's move on to the boss.
Talk about Froggy. Prince Froggy.
This boss fight is funny.
This boss fight is weird. I don't know if anybody's into 4, but there you go. I hope you're fucking happy. Let's talk a little bit about the dialogue that plays right beforehand, because we know our man Creepy Kamek's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna just say some weird shit. I've just gotta get my Kamek voice on.
Great job, Yoshi. Now you will be Froggy's lunch. He.
I like that there's an exclamation mark, and then a space, and then another exclamation mark.
Well, I mean, who needs proper punctuation anyway, right?
Right.
It just sells it even more that he's really creepy.
Exactly.
So then Kamek learns a new spell.
Yes, true.
He makes you small instead of making Froggy bigger.
It's a similar kind of spell, but the opposite.
It's the opposite spell. You are correct, sir. By the way, it's not just Froggy. This is Prince Froggy. I don't know why, in particular, this frog's Prince, but okay.
Yeah. He also looks, super high.
Oh, he's, fucking token up real hard. If you were, taken into his lungs, it'd just be like, my God.
Yeah.
Fucking party in here.
Why did they do that? Why do we have to get sucked into his stomach?
I don't know, but his stomach is very weird, and I hate it in here.
Yes.
So you have to avoid his stomach acid that falls, and then he will eat Shy Guys and digest them, and which are become huge, so you get to shoot the giant eggs at his esophagus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the esophagus is, like, in the stomach, but, like, okay, whatever.
Right.
I don't know frogs, you know?
True.
So,
yeah, like, for a human it wouldn't make sense, but who knows what frogs' stomachs are like.
yeah, I dissected a frog in, like, 7th grade. That was, like, forever ago.
Yeah, same.
All I remember is that frog pooped itself before it died. Anyway, you gotta keep shooting the esophagus with the eggs and avoiding the stomach acid, which falls more frequently the more you hit the esophagus, so on and so forth. And then...
And then...
I don't know how to avoid saying it, but you get pooped out.
Is that how you get out?
You go down. Where else would down go? It didn't go back up through the mouth.
My god. I did not even acknowledge that.
Like, why do you think Yoshi's face looks so weird when he's expanding again after you kill him? Did you see that face? That's the face of a dinosaur that's been fucking traumatized. His eyes are like...
Love that.
Like fucking wide open. His pupils are dilated. He's fucking freaking out, man. He's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Did I just get shit out by a small frog?
It's genius.
That Yoshi had to go to fucking therapy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, let's talk a little bit about Prince Froggy itself. An internet backstory.
Internet backstory. Yeah.
Okay. Prince Froggy is a regal frog pirate who lives in a very swampy area on Yoshi Island. I did not realize he was a pirate.
Yeah, I thought he was a frog.
Yeah, well, frog pirate, I guess, but still weird.
Alright.
In Super Mario Kun, our favorite weird Super Mario Japanese anime, Froggy swallows Yoshi, Mario, Luigi, and Baby Mario. Much like in Yoshi's Island, Shy Guys fall onto the group, but they avoid them. Yoshi attempts to hit the uvula, although the egg bounces many times through the stomach and misses. Finally, a giant Shy Guy lands on them. Yoshi eventually finds a star, which turns Baby Mario into Superstar Mario. Huh, interesting, because they call him Powerful Mario in Yoshi's Island. But Baby Mario runs up the uvula and gives it a beating, causing Froggy to defecate the characters out.
Alright. That is gross.
A little bit of trivia, though. He's named Prince Froggy in relation to, the Frog Prince from all those fairy tales.
Mm-hmm.
He is the only boss that's not affected by Kamek's magic. He is also the only boss that doesn't explode when defeated. So it's just kind of sitting there, dying, like dead.
He just had bad diarrhea.
Bad diarrhea. So he's not really dead. He's just he needs to just take a minute. Funnily enough, real life frogs apparently lack uvulas entirely.
Okay. I did not know that.
Neither did I. But that's all I got for Prince Froggy, Frog Prince of the Shit Kingdom.
Internet backstory.
I feel dirty talking about that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's keep going here. We're gonna actually fly through these next few stages because there's very little to talk about. We'll just do them back to back to back. You ready?
Alright. Okay, cool.
3-5, jamming through the trees.
Alright, we jamming.
Okay, this is like the exact same as 2-5. Honestly, like the exact same thing, just with a different skin.
Basically.
So we've already played through this stage. The only difference is that they have a piranha plant that now takes 3 hits to take down.
Yeah, instead of 1 hit. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the only difference.
Yes.
3-6, the cave of a hairy hedgehog. To avoid copyright. This hedgehog will just grow in size and becomes like a spike trap, so you can't touch it while it's big. Funnily enough, I just realized this while I was playing the stage. They use the same sound effect for when the mouse moves, as when the monkey throws shit.
Okay.
It's the exact same sound effect.
Nice.
Otherwise, this stage, again, it's very similar to 2-6.
Yeah, it's just a cave.
It's a cave. It's just the same thing.
Yeah. Just another cave level. But it's got like more, I guess, maze kind of stuff.
Kind of, but like it's the same kind of concept already. They did the maze in 2-6, so this is just the same thing, just with a different skin.
Yeah.
It's not really bringing anything new to the table, per se.
Right.
3-7. Monkey Lake?
Monkey Lake.
No, I wrote...
Monkey's favorite lake.
Monkey's favorite lake.
Yeah.
I can't even read my own handwriting. Jesus Christ. So you move the water wading again. You're just swimming through water in this stage.
Yeah.
I did notice in this particular stage, though, they have underwater environmental cues to show where there are hidden platforms that you can stand on in the water. So that's kind of interesting.
Like what?
Like they have little outlines of platforms that are completely submerged, but you can see the water is a different color, different shade of blue.
Right.
To indicate that there is a platform there that you can stand on.
Yeah.
So... That's a cool little tidbit. It's not really fully helpful, but it is good to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
They do have an interesting progression idea, where you progress by ground pounding a pole that slowly releases more enemies as you progress.
Right.
So it's a good way to increase difficulty while making your progression tougher.
Yeah. You could kind of tell that they're going to do that when they first introduced the pole ground pounding.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000% they were going to do something like this. But we've seen this in a few other games before, but it's not a bad thing that it's in here. It's just something that we would have kind of expected to see.
Yeah, but it's good.
It's good that they used it, though.
Yeah.
There's this weird purple blob enemy that shoots bubbles when you jump on it.
Is that like a flower or like with feet? I don't know.
That's the thing. Like they had a flower that shoots bubbles, and this is just like a bubble that shoots more bubbles. Why? What? You already had an enemy that shoots bubbles. Why do you need another one?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And then there's this weird, suspicious-looking fish. I swear to God, this is like that, in the episode of The Simpsons where they have the dog with the shifty eyes?
Oh, yeah.
That's this, but it's a fish. It's just like... Paul, put in the sound effect. You got it.
Then they just zoom into the eyes?
Yeah, it's exactly that. If you just zoomed in on this fish, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But it'll eat you up whole if you get too close.
Yeah.
And kill you instantly. So avoid that suspicious-looking fish. But that's all for 3-7.
Yeah.
You want to go on 3-8?
We're doing it.
Yo, hell yeah, we did it. On to Naval Piranha's Castle.
All right.
There's slightly concerned water ghosts here.
Right.
That kind of clog up the pipes, literally.
Yeah. Thankfully, they shoot out eggs.
Yeah, they're just another mechanism for getting eggs.
Yeah.
It's just, now this one is a ghost. There's these
But you have to hit it to get through, so.
That's true. You do have to hit it to push it out of the way so you can get around it. So, but it still gives you the eggs you need, so,
Yeah.
No, it's more just a hindrance.
Right.
An annoyance. Not really a problem.
Yeah.
What is a problem, though, are these slow-moving piranha plants that actually cannot be killed. You can even hit it and whatever. It just kind of like spins around and is like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm just gonna keep going then, I guess. Whatever. Like, you hit me,
Yeah.
but like, I'm not gonna hold it against you, man. You do you. I'm just gonna keep moving on. I'm just gonna check out over here. And so, oh, what's that over there? Okay, I'm gonna check up here. And god damn it, just move a little faster.
Yeah. It's like, what, they want you to look at the piranhas or something for some reason?
I don't know. Is this like a weird homage to like Pac-Man? It's like the Pac
Could be.
plant.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's how they got the idea of the piranha plants.
Perhaps. But they definitely wanted to really show off in this stage the water physics.
Yeah.
Like water running downhill that pushes you faster, or, you know, swimming in the water, so on and so forth. I mean, it is
fun.
naval piranha, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but we had a theme throughout this entire world. You know what it is?
Water?
No. Well, yes, but the other theme. We haven't seen one text box.
Until now.
Until this fucking stage. Well, we were almost one whole world without one text box, but I
Yeah.
mean that
That's
does
why I enjoyed this world so much.
that
I
does
think.
bode well. Maybe
Yeah.
they're gonna cut them out entirely for the next one.
Ooh.
But they do have a few text boxes in this particular stage. The first one teaches you that you can skip eggs on water, which is a pretty cool mechanic. That actually, I mean, it wouldn't be readily obvious that you can do that.
Right.
So maybe a text box is fine. And then there's just three. There's three text boxes in this one room that show
Yeah.
you like everything that like you can do with the eggs. It's like, fucking, I get it. All right, thank you very much. I get that we can like skip the egg now. And there's even one of them that's like a poem.
I know, it's so cheesy.
It's like, okay, I'm not gonna read the poem, but it's the same thing again. It's just like, aim true and you will succeed.
And win do.
And Windu. It's like, yeah, no, God. Were you just trying to like make up for the fact that you had no text boxes this entire world?
It's
You're like,
yeah.
we're gonna just make up a weird, shitty poem for no reason.
It's a classic thing to do when you have no content. You just make it rhyme.
Yeah, exactly. It's rhyme time, baby. But there is a bit of a conveyance test for skipping the eggs outside of the initial room where it's shown to you. I wouldn't call that fully conveyance in the real world, because it's like you're in a test room basically, because they have all of the tutorial shit in the room, and like, here you go, here's all this cool shit you can do. But this one is actually out in the real world, so to speak, where you actually have to bounce it off walls to take down piranha plants so you can progress.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool idea, but they really bring it home with the boss.
Oh, yeah.
Naval piranha themselves.
This was all leading up to this point.
Yes, naval piranha themselves. Oh, God, and Kamek's here, too.
Of course.
Okay, give me a second. Let me, let me get my Kamek voice.
Yep. Prepare.
Give it up, Yoshi. You cutie without a navel. Oh, forget it.
Fuck me. Kamek,
Oh,
why are
God.
you so weird, dude? Why are you so weird?
Your comic voice sounds like the creepy Kevin Spacey voice.
Oh, yeah? Well, I mean, they
job,
may have
good
something
job.
in common,
Yes. As we know now.
as we now know. I mean, Kamek's allegations haven't been fully investigated yet, so we're still
Right.
looking into it. But the way he talks, my God.
Yeah. It's a
Oh,
good chance.
somebody got butt raped or something. Like, Kamek is just, he's not to be trusted. Somebody called the police on that wizard.
Oh, God.
Oh, and the joke about the navel isn't even funny.
Doesn't even make sense.
It's like, you don't even have a navel. Oh, he may as well just put his hand over his mouth like, oops. But God, oh, you gotta stop it, man. Anyway, so he does his magic, piranha plant jumps into the water and gets big because, you know, standby.
Yeah.
And he grows a navel. It grows a navel. I don't know if it's a male or female. It grows a navel. Which is obviously that giant glowing weak spot. But the real kicker is this is your actual final exam for skipping eggs. So, oh look, they're coming to arrest Kamek. Good, get that pedophile out of here. Anyway, yeah, this is your final exam for skipping eggs. So you need to be very quick with the skipping because you only have a few seconds until he covers up the weak spot and more than likely rams into you because, you know, it's a platforming game and it's a boss in a platforming game. They only have like 5 moves. So yeah, I mean that's about it. It you need to skip the eggs across to hit navel. It'll ram into you. Sometimes it'll fake ram into you, but whenever you run out of eggs, it'll shoot out spores so you can get more eggs and then rinse and repeat.
Yep. Just gotta angle it properly.
Exactly. Otherwise, that is the end of that fight.
Yeah, we did it.
So
we did World 3.
Yeah, hell yeah. We beat World 3 and we did it with... Wow, yeah, we did it within the time limit. Hell yeah. Let's quickly do the Naval Piranha's internet backstory and we'll call it a day.
Alright.
Internet backstory.
Wow, they're really sending in backup to get Kamek here. Okay, Naval Piranha is a recurring piranha plant boss.
Piranha.
Started out as a normal piranha plant, but was altered by Kamek's magic. Grew to gigantic proportions with a long thorny stalk and 2 secondary navel buds. Yeah, that's cool. Cool. Oh, wait, here we go. Interestingly, however, in the guide for the Super NES Classic version of Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, Naval Piranha is referred to as female.
Okay.
There we go. I did not know that. But yeah, Naval Piranha appears in a lot of different games, apparently most recently in the Yoshi's Woolly World game, where it's a boss there. But let's see some trivia. Naval Piranha's name has a double meaning, both referring to its aquatic area and the large belly button it grows, e.g. its navel.
Alright.
Cool. Naval Piranha and Raphael Raven are the only bosses to use an extended variation of the boss theme. The official English website for Super Mario Advance 3, which was just the Game Boy Advance re-release of this game, misspells Naval Piranha's name by putting 2 A's in naval. Sorry, an additional A in naval, so N-A-A-V-A-L.
Okay, novel.
Like Naval Piranha. It's like from Brooklyn or something. Or from New Orleans. Nolans. Get that Naval Piranha out of here. He's not allowed in there. Get the novel out of here. Well, that's all I got for internet backstory on Naval Piranha.
Internet backstory.
Nice.
Perfect. Oh, great. Okay, so now... Alright, well, we're almost at the end of the jungle here. Thankfully, I didn't really run into any monkeys. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's just keep on going here and...
Okay, that's good.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh god, it's getting louder. Oh, shit.
Yeah.